What's up? What's good? What's going on, Sagittarius? So I want to jump in and I want to look and see look at your current romantic situation. Whatever is the strongest romantic situation that you're needing some clarity on, okay? That's what we're going to dive into. And this is going to be broken down in the style of looking at your perspective and your person's perspective. All right, so Sag, general messages, just take what resonates and chuck the rest to someone else, okay? I want to thank you all so much for supporting the channel, smashing that thumbs up button, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It is all greatly appreciated, and it does give me feedback as well as put me into the YouTube algorithm. But let's jump in and see what the universe has to offer you at this time, okay? All right, Spirit, tap me in. What is the love tea of the, what's going on? Show me the connection that we're tapping into. What's the sweet spot on this connection, Spirit? Thank you. So we do have soul searching. So there is a need for the two of you all to do some soul searching, do some personal work. Sorry, I don't know if it's the throat chakra or just my throat is itching. But either way it goes, there is a need for the two of you all to do some personal work first. I do feel like that this is building a strong foundation for the two of you all. But I do feel like that the sweet spot is that the two of you all do need to do some personal work one-on-one, like with yourself. Let's see, Spirit, what's the sweet spot for this connection? The future and awareness. So it does look like that I do feel like that there is commitment in the future for the two of you all. I have to be honest with you. I do feel like that there is commitment in the future if you're willing to put in the soul work here now in the present. So let's see. What is the messy truth for you and what is the messy truth for this person? What is the messy truth for my Sagittarian 9th house collective? Thank you, Spirit. You never really, so the messy truth for you as it pertains to this person is it's like you doubt that this person ever really, it's almost like it's saying that you never really loved me. So it's like, based off of the way that this person treated you, it's like, oh, damn, it could have, damn, what I thought this was an illusion. You feel like that what you was building with this person was never really anything. Yeah, you feel used and discarded. So you definitely feel like that whatever illusion you thought you had about, whatever truth you thought you had about this connection was shattered, therefore deeming it an illusion. What's the messy truth from this person's perspective? Healed, not hooked. So the messy truth from this person's perspective is that they were approaching this connection from a very detached place. Okay. Toxic ties. Yes. I have to be honest with you. I feel like that this person approached this connection with you from a very detached perspective, because this person felt like that, maybe they had just detached from something and we're enjoying this freedom vibe because this card says freedom on it. Okay. That's respectable. Let's see. Show me how Sagittarius was showing up in this connection. I think I will use two different decks for sure. Show me how Sagittarius was showing up inside of this connection. Or how does Sagittarius show up inside of this connection? Damn. How you showed up inside of this connection is the Eight of Cups and the King of Pentacles. walking away from any type of emotional uncertainty and walking towards stability, harmony, union. Because you walk away from the Eight of Cups to walk towards the Two of Cups. What is your definition of the Two of Cups? What are you walking towards? The King of Pentacles, something stable, solid, longevity, something that is committed. The Page of Swords, yeah. I feel like that this is something that was communicated. Like, I don't think this was something that was completely just thrown out of left field with the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Let's look to see how this person was showing up. This is also how you'll know if this is your storyline as well. It's like you were walking away from exploring your options, trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, trying to build something long term. Like, you were definitely thinking that walking towards this situation was the beginning of something new. I have to be honest. And how is this person approaching this connection? How is this person showing up in this connection? The Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So I do feel like the Four of Cups is at the bottom of the deck with the Star card. So this person was definitely doing some healing here, okay? Definitely doing some healing. But this person was approaching this connection very emotional, I have to be honest. But this person was just exploring their options, okay? I do feel like that this person with the Queen of Cups, like I said, I do feel like this person was being emotional inside of this connection, but I do feel like that this person was just exploring their options. They wasn't necessarily looking to commit to anything, okay? The Queen of Cups is my queen that doesn't end up with commitment. So I don't necessarily think like they were looking for emotional fulfillment. Yes. But they were doing that in like, you know what I'm saying? Like from a fantasy way, not a practical way. What is Sagittarius's current feelings as it pertains to this connection? What is Sagittarius's feelings towards this current connection? The Fool card and the Ace of Wands. Damn, your current feelings is you do want some sort of new beginning. You are wanting to take some sort of leap of faith in this direction. Ace of Cups, my God, Sagittarius. And the Knight of Cups. And then the Queen of Swords, there it goes. And then it's like, because of the past, I won't allow myself to be honest about what feelings I have. But your current feelings towards this situation is you do want some sort of new passionate beginning. Maybe some makeup sex, honey. So let's see, what is this person's current feelings towards Sagittarius in this connection? What is this person's current feelings towards this currently towards this connection? The Moon card to the King of Cups. Damn. This person has a lot of uncertainty, but they have a lot of emotions, but they feel like that because of the uncertainty that it's best for them to withhold their emotions. This person feels the King of Cups, and like this person is the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups when it comes to this connection. So this person does enjoy some sort of emotional fulfillment within this connection with you, Sag, for sure. But they do feel like that because of the uncertainty it is best for them to kind of, like, the emotions are there. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, the emotions are there. But that Queen of Swords energy has this person feeling like that this may be better dealt with from a logical perspective than it is the emotions. And when this person gets to dealing with things logically, they jump into that Knight of Swords. And that Knight of Swords is no lover at all. So what is Sagittarius's true authentic thoughts? What is Sagittarius's, like, I don't know. I feel like that your feelings are that you're all in. You're like a fool in love. Like I do. I feel like that you're feeling like all tied up in this situation here emotionally. What are your thoughts as it pertains to this connection with this person, Sag? What are your thoughts? The Knight of Cups, damn, you are in it. You love this person. The Queen of Pentacles. See, okay, Three of Swords, Page of Cups, King of Cups. You see, I think that the two of you all have two different approaches to this connection. I do. I think that the two of you are wanting, like, I'm not sure that you're wanting the same thing, but there is this energy of you wanting some sort of emotional desire, emotional fulfillment, but you're wanting it from a more tangible, practical sense. This person is trying to offer it, and they are wanting it from a more fantasy, like Neptunian perspective. And sometimes that Neptunian energy is not really tangible. What's this person's true, authentic thoughts as it pertains to this connection with Sag? What is this person's thoughts? And guys, remember, this could be completely reversed as well. The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. See, this person is wanting to maintain some level of independence. This person's thoughts is the Queen of Wands. They're confident. They're charismatic about it. They really are passionate about it. But the Nine of Pentacles, they want to collaborate with this situation from, like, the Four of Pentacles. They do want to hold a reserve. They want to hold on to some level of independence here within this connection. We do have the Five of Wands and the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. This person could have multiple choices around them, remember, because that's how this person approached this connection. Still very much so investing in and curious about other options and choices. And here it is again at the bottom of the deck. So I do feel like that this person is, like, their thoughts is, yeah, they're confident. They love the way that this, they think that this is sexy. They think that this is beautiful, passionate. But they want to do it from a level of independence for sure. And I do think that it is because this person is, there are some choices and option on the plate for this person. So let's see. What is Sagittarius's blockage when it comes to this connection? What is Sagittarius's blockage, period, as it pertains to this connection coming together? What is Sagittarius's blockage? The Page of Swords, lack of communication, poor communication, Justice card, not feeling like the Justice card. Even the Page of Swords is doing the right thing. So the blockage here, Eight of Swords, is that Two of Swords, is that Sagittarius doesn't see that this is going to work out in their favor. They don't see how this is balancing out in their favor, because I do feel like that Sagittarius is up in their head feeling like some sort of balance is off here, okay? And then I don't feel like that there's a very mature way that of communicating this either. What is this person's blockage as it pertains to this connection? What's blocking this person as it pertains to this connection? The Three of Swords. This person is hurt. This person is hurt. Two of Cups. Yes. Two of Swords. So this person, okay, it's not just options. This person has a particular option. And there could be pain already associated with that partnership, but there is another partnership that they don't want, they don't want to think about losing at this time, okay? They're not sure. They're trying to take their time making that decision to close that out. And listen, it doesn't necessarily have to be a particular person, because we do have the Seven of Cups here. So this person could have been approaching you just trying to see what is out there because of a breakup or a pause between another partnership here, okay? And this person actually liked a lot emotionally what they were receiving out there, which is from you, okay? But the thought that of actually ending that other partnership for good does bring about the Three of Swords for this person for sure. Which is why there's a need to really do some work on some personal issues before this connection can come together. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, Sagittarius was already in the mindset of ready to jump both feet in and nurture this from a King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles mindset. This person is doing it from a Queen of Cups, King of Cups perspective. So, let me see something. I want to see there's definitely something that you're seeing, that there's something that you're seeing or feeling that doesn't feel fair to you, and that's your blockage. And then, like I said, I feel like that there's a very poor way of communicating that here. So how do they get from the soul-searching energy to finding harmony within this relationship? How do they get there? The King of Cups. The King of Cups, which is actually in their feelings. Emotional maturity and optimism, understanding that it's going to require diplomacy and optimism to overcome these past wounds. So both of you all have past wounds, and your past wounds, Sagittarius, cause you to approach this from a very stern mentality, okay? This person's past wounds have them approaching this situation from just a surface emotional, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. This person is looking for emotional fulfillment and not really looking for that sustainability at this time. And it is because of past wounds. So the way that you transition from this needing to address these personal wounds into a harmonious relationship is understanding that this so stern way is not the most mature perspective. And to be considered emotionally intelligent is to be forever evolving in your emotional awareness, right? We have the Star card. Absolutely. That's two major arcanas, the star and the sun. The sun at the bottom of the deck, and the star at the top of the deck. And the star says symbolizing a moment of clarity and healing. I definitely feel like that there is a need to do some sort of healing but allow yourself to see the clarity on the lack of maturity, like how you communicate from this very black and white perspective, or, oh, this broke my heart, so this doesn't make sense, or why would I keep doing this if it doesn't make me feel the way that I need it to make me feel? I just walked away from something. Why would I walk into, and that all makes sense. But the rigidity of it is actually not showing emotional maturation. It's showing emotional defensiveness. And it's time to close those cycles out. And I believe that was a yes card. Yes. Okay, so what does the future look like for these two, Spirit? What does the future look like for these two? If Sag can take the advice in and this person transmute, what does it look like? It does look like a complex situations with many conflicting interests. It definitely looks like a long battle without, like, as of right now, it definitely looks like that it looks like a long battle without really a clear sight. Like it could go either way. The Four of Swords. The Death card is in the reverse. We do have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I do feel like that there is going to be some disappointment here, okay? Y'all may cling to this longer than necessary, honestly. Like, y'all may cling to temporary difficulties, may be blown out of proportion here, making this an exhausting battle. So what is the final advice? What is the final advice? What is the final advice for Sagittarius as it pertains to this connection? Adaptation, accepting limitations and adapting to them. Respect the current order and making compromises to make the best out of the existing situation. So I definitely feel like that Spirit is saying that accept what is without pushing against it. Okay? Yeah, Spirit is saying, you know, I do feel like that there are some delays here to this situation. And I feel like that Spirit is saying there are necessary compromises to be made here inside of this situation. I feel like that if you lean into this need to attempt to solve or resolve an issue too soonly, I do feel like that it comes off as very problematic here and probably like brute force. And I feel like that doesn't work in your favor. All right, so I want to get this person's expression and then we'll close, or I'm going to get this person's expression to close this out. Clear, concise messages, Spirit. What does this person have to say to my side? What is this person's true, authentic expression to my Sagittarian ninth house collective? That they don't want to run from this connection anymore, Sag. They know that they neglected to give you what you needed. They are confused about where you all stand. They are trying to move on. They wish that you could understand how they feel. They want to write a new chapter. They're trying to move on. They want to right their wrong. They wish they could right their wrong. They know that they allowed their pride and ego to get in the way of this connection here. They would love to have a conversation. They know that their dishonesty tore you all apart. Just that simple. All right, Sag, that's what I have for you. I hope that this message was able to offer you some guidance and clarity. Peace, love, and light.